students, we're back, and Dr. Brown and I are going to do a role play of a lobbyist and a congresswoman, and I'm going to play the role of a congresswoman from Missouri, from the 2nd District, and then Dr. Davis is going to be the lobbyist.
Thank you. Ready?
You ready?
Okay. Well, Congresswoman Gallicatos, it's very nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming.
I'm Davis Brown. I'm from the American Nurses Association.
Great.
We represent 3 million nurses from around the country, and of those, about 40,000 in Missouri.
Great.
So the reason I wanted to come and talk with you is I'm sure that that you're aware of the news coverage and concern in journals about the shortage of nurses that we have in rural areas, including rural areas in Missouri.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Okay.
I've heard of this. And, you know, the Republicans are already sponsoring and they're discussing bills like this already. So I'm, you know, since I'm a Democrat, I probably shouldn't get, you know, involved in this piece of legislation or this issue, if you will.
Well, I'm glad to know that you're aware of this issue, and yeah, it's true that the Republicans have been batting around a few ideas for that. But let me make a suggestion for you. Consider the possibility that if this is a genuine concern, and if this is something that you think that your constituents would be genuinely concerned about, then a bill addressing this problem has a lot better chance of passing if it has bipartisan support than if it has support of only one party.
I see your point. Very interesting, yes.
What we are suggesting, and just so you know, I am talking with other members of Congress as
Great.
well on both parties, but what we are suggesting is that if, you know, because we're not the Soviet Union and we can't make people work in a particular area,
Yes.
we have to provide financial incentives for nurses to work in
Yes,
underserved areas.
I understand that.
So what we are proposing is that nursing students who agree before they start nursing school that when they get out, they will practice in a rural, underserved area to be designated by Health and Human Services. The federal government will pay for their nursing school.
Dr. Brown, my district is urban, where I am in District 2, and it's not underserved, but and my constituents are not going to like this piece of legislation. The Republican voters are going to beat me over the head, basically, with big government. They're going to talk about taxing and spending and then increasing the deficit with this proposal.
Okay, so fair enough, but here's another idea for you. Maybe this legislation doesn't benefit District 2 directly, but there are other nearby districts that it is going to benefit. District 8, for example, which is quite rural, quite underserved. I know there are other, you know, mainly rural districts in Missouri, and the constituents of those districts are really going to appreciate it. And I know this isn't public knowledge, but word on the grapevine is that, you know, you're considering running for a statewide office next time around,
I am.
A senator or, you know, or maybe governor. And if you can show that you have brought home a benefit to the entire state, then I think it's going to make that much more of the Missouri voters inclined to support you. So maybe this is good legislation for everybody. It's good for District 8. It's good for District 2 because there are because it's good for the nursing profession overall, it's good for the state, and it's good for the country overall.
I think I can get behind that. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you
Thank you very much.